right. What's going on? What's going on? It's your boy Dcentos back in the building, man, with another video. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I got my
Mm-hmm.
main man, my co-host, the man of the hour, Straw Hat Yo Mo. Say what's up to the
What's
people, man.
good? Yo, what's good, y'all? I know it's been we've been in a hiatus so far, but we are back. I'm back temporarily. Um I'll be back in maybe the next 2 weeks. Let me survive finals first. But yeah.
Exactly. We on that hiatus, ex-hiatus type stuff, man. But
Yep.
today, we got something real special for y'all. We got some new content, all right. Well, not new content, but we're doing something a little bit different this time around. This time around,
Mm.
we gonna focus in on one show. The show we got, as you can see on the screen, is ReZero Season 2. Now, if you haven't seen Season 1, why are you lacking? All right, come on, man. It's 2021. Why are you lacking on ReZero
Mm.
Season 1? Okay, why Season 2? And then watch this video.
There you go.
But yeah, we talking ReZero Season 2. Yeah, you might spoil a little. Actually, we gotta spoil it to talk about it. So I mean, it's gonna be what's gonna be. But yeah, all right, y'all, you ready to start it off?
Just go ahead.
All right, man. So, all right, all right. Let me toss it to you because I know this is one of your favorite shows. So tell us where we starting with Season 2 at.
So season 2 started it was right after the whole what's his name? Betela Geese situation, you know?
Right.
And so now our main character, Subaru, after that whole event, what he has to do now, he has to do this trial that Amelia has to take in order to save the village that they were previously in.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's a little bit convoluted. No, if you haven't seen Ray Zero in a little bit, it's been what 3-4 years since the last
Yeah.
season, so I had to
Yeah.
go ahead and catch up with all that kind of stuff. But yeah, that's what where they kind of left off when it came to Ray Zero at the moment. But overall, I mean, I don't want to say overall, but season 2 start off with some bangers. I ain't gonna lie. And actually, no, start off a little bit slow. Start off a little bit slow. Dana had some bangers, but yeah,
Yeah, I agree.
it was good. It was good.
Yeah, it was crazy, and when I came into Season 2, I really didn't know what to expect because I think it was like the very first episode. I think they didn't remember who was it Rem or Ram, the blue hair girl? What's her name?
Rem.
Yeah, they didn't remember who she was. So I mean, like that's still something that he kind of has to work on. But
Mhm.
as you were saying, Amelia has to go through these trials to become, she's trying to become like the queen, the king, or the emperor. I don't even know what is she trying to do.
So she's trying to become not the yeah, her role is like she's trying to become like the queen or emperor or something, like a princess, something like that, because there's a trial or she has to go against like three other people who are also running for the throne as well too. And so Subaru is trying to like boost her up and try to have people like her, but people don't like her because she resembles a witch. And
Hmm.
so she has like her work cut out for her at the moment.
Exactly. So the main in Season 2, like the main plot point, it starts around this area called the Sanctuary.
Hmm.
And at least from what I remember, it's Subaru, Roswell, and Ram, and they're all heading over to the Sanctuary for reasons I'm not even sure why. Why were they going to the Sanctuary?
So they were going to the sanctuary because there were villagers, from what I understood, if I can remember this correctly, villagers that were that um Betelgeuse attacked, and like the
Hmm.
same villagers that earlier in season 1 that helped Subaru out when it came to the whole Rem situation with the dogs and things like
Right.
that. They were trapped in this place called a sanctuary, and
Hmm.
so they're trying to help them get out. But the only way that they can help them get out was through Amelia taking this trial in order to help
Hmm.
everyone get out of the sanctuary. So that's what I understood at the moment, at that
Right.
time.
Right. Because I think we find out um what is the name of the maid, the beast woman? What's her name?
Oh, Frederica or
Yeah, Federica. Yeah, because she was actually
yeah.
like she was born inside the sanctuary, right? but then
Yeah, she was born.
she left. And if I remember correct, I think like the sanctuary, I believe it like served like a kind of like a barrier to protect like beast people, right? Because it was like they weren't humans, and it was like beast people inside the barrier, and they couldn't
Yeah.
leave to kind of protect them or whatever. And their whole kind of goal was to okay, we to kind of I guess take down the sanctuary or whatever. So Amelia goes in here, and her goal is to break down this, basically take down the sanctuary, and she has to go through these trials
Mhm.
in like this little, I guess, like little Aztec type of temple thing or whatever. So so there's a lot of things going on here, and as we get through the progressive season, we find out that like Roswell is pulling a lot of the strings, and
Mm.
with Subaru, he's doing typical Subaru stuff, right? And I think he has his first encounter with Echidna, which is I believe she's a witch of greed, if I'm not mistaken. She a witch of greed?
Yeah, yeah, which agree. Envy, yeah, same thing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Envy, greed, yeah, whatever. But yeah, he has his first encounter with her, and essentially what happens is that they go into I think he meets her at like a tea party, and essentially
Mhm.
this tea party represents kind of like a special meeting with her, and only like a select amount of humans actually have the ability to meet her. And when people usually meet her, she people kind of ask her questions because she's like the kind of like yes, she's a witch of greed or slash envy, but at the same time she's like the most knowledgeable. They kind of explain her as a witch who knows the most because she's like greedy with knowledge. So
Yeah.
I mean, but when Subaru meets her, he kind of like shrugs her off. Like he's not.
I was 360. Oh, my bad.
Hold on, yeah. Yeah, so like he's really not like worried about her at all. He's just more concerned about Emilia and how Emilia kind of has to go through the trials or whatever. So there's three trials that she has that Emilia has to go through. And you remember the first one?
So the first trial, there were 3 trials, but the first trial that she had to go through was she had to look back at her past, and she would always fail that trial every time. And then, like, it would show her past when she was a kid and what I thought was her mom, but I don't think it's her mom. They never really said if it was her mom or not that was taking care of her throughout that time. And it kinda showed um, how all the elves kinda like how they all met their demise basically. I think she's an elf. I'm not too sure, but like the people of her kind kind of like had met their demise. So that was like the
Mhm.
first trial, and then the second trial I believe was a future that would have been. So it showed a future of Amelia with her guardian and then
Right.
Betelgeuse all having like a good future. But she rejected that, And then the third trial, I forgot what the third trial was, to be honest. Do you remember that?
It's an unimaginable future or
No, no,
unimaginable
no, that was the second one.
or no, it was a future that's yet to come or something like that, right?
Oh, that's what it was, but they never showed it. They never
Yeah,
showed it. Yeah, 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 yeah. You're right. You're right. Yeah. So that's the
yeah.
reason why I didn't remember that. They didn't show that one specifically. They just kind of said it. So those
Mhm.
are the 3 trials that she had to complete, and she would always fail the first trial every time.
Exactly. And it's and initially, she failed the first trial. Like and in like in part 1 of season 2, we didn't actually know why.
Hmm.
But we see Subaru actually goes through the trial. He goes through the first trial, and he has to kind of confront his past of like, of who he was. And it's I think Echidna shows him like his family, and like Echidna's like really torn with his mind and his head, and this,
Hmm.
that, and the third. And he's going through the trials, but ultimately, Subaru can do these trials and open up the sanctuary. He can do that, but that's not the whole point. The whole point is Emilia has to do it, and Emilia has to free these people to kind of get favor, in it's trying to become like the queen of the nation, whatever. So it's not
Yeah.
necessarily his job to do that, but as he's going through these trials, he's meeting like the different witches, and it turns out because like the witch of I guess like the main witch who gave Super his powers, like like because of her influence, all the other witches are interested in him. And we've got the Witch of Greed. What else? It's basically off the seven deadly sins. What are they? Pride,
Yeah,
lust, gluttony.
pride, greed, lust, yeah, all those.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, essentially, he's like he kind of meets all of them, and ultimately, Echidna Echidna wants I guess Subaru to sign a contract with him. Now, and this is because pretty much because of Oswald, or because Oswald, because to me his role as a villain wasn't always clear, but
You
you
mean
remember
Roswell?
was it Roswald or Oswald? Did
Yeah,
I
it's
say
Roswell. This
Oswald?
man said Oswald. I was like, "Who's Oswald?" I was thinking about that. Who's
Oswald,
that?
Oswald the what's
The
up,
otter,
man?
huh?
Nah, Oswald the blue octopus. Yeah, shout out to Nick Jr.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I was like, I
But
don't know who Oswald is.
Roswell, yeah, because Roswell is like low key evil,
Mhm.
and we see that throughout the throughout the times where he has to go back. I guess like I don't know. It's hard to describe because there are a lot of things going on. Because one, you know, Subaru can't pass his trials, and Emilia has to, and there's this whole thing going with Federica's brother. There's this
Mhm.
thing going. There's like this whole plot I guess backstory with the brother. The sanctuary, the origins of the sanctuary, and then Roswell has like a tome of knowledge or a book, kind of explaining, you know, God damn. There's so much to unpack in ReZero. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's a
Jesus,
lot. It's a lot.
Jesus Christ. Like I'm trying to hit the main points, but there's so much to talk about. You know, it's a
Talk
very
about just from the season
yeah.
because it's really 20. It's really one season. They just kind of split into two parts. 12
Mhm.
episodes for each, so 24.
Mhm.
And so it's like a lot to like say what happened because this season it did a good job with the world building. I did
Mhm.
a really good job with the world building. I feel like we get a little more glimpse of what really the world of Ray Zero is capable of, and we got a lot of like characterization and also character development for some of these characters. Like for example, well, can we say some spoilers? I mean,
Yeah,
if
yeah,
people
go
are
right
watching
ahead.
this, then they already
Go right
know
ahead.
spoilers.
Go
Yeah.
right ahead.
So I was saying, like we saw a good character development with Amelia because in the previous seasons she would always depend on Subaru for everything. Whether she said it or not, like her actions really did show that like she really depended on this guy like throughout. And finally she was able to man up and say like, hey, I can't allow like Subaru just to be doing everything for me. I gotta do it myself. And so I
Mhm.
really appreciate that. And also my boy Subaru got a kiss from Amelia.
He did. He did.
Finally got
Yes,
a kiss
sir.
from her. So
He did.
I was like, all right, my boy finally did some. My boy finally did some. So like, they're like, I think after the season they're dating. I guess they didn't really say, but they expressed their feelings for each other. So I was like, yo,
Mhm.
that's what's up. I really do like
Mhm.
that. I really do like that. So, the character development was nice. Trying to think of what other things that we saw from the season that I really enjoyed.
Yeah, I
Oh,
mean,
what's your name? Come back. That girl, the Bowel Hunter.
oh yeah, the Bow Hunter. She also came back too. Yeah.
Yeah, we got to see her come back. Cause
Mhm.
she wrecked some. She was doing some things in the first season. I was scared of her to be honest. I was like,
Mhm.
yo, there's no way this girl can like lose. And then we
Mhm.
finally get to see her fight against
Now,
Garfield,
exactly. Yeah,
and
Garfield
that
was his
thing was
name.
lit.
Now, is
Uh,
Roswell,
I
is he aware of Subaru's ability to go back in time, or to
yes,
yeah, like
yes,
yeah, because he has the tome, and so we get a lot of backstory on Roswell, and kind of who he is and how he's been following, like 'cause, like he has like his whole backstory with Echidna, and ultimately Roswell's goal is to be reunited with Echidna, who once served as a teacher. So I
yeah.
mean, yeah. So I mean, it's actually really crazy how he comes into play, and he, basically Subaru has to like there's a situation where Roswell set up where you know Subaru has to figure out a way to free the sanctuary without it being attacked by like all these little bunnies, which is from I think created
It
by
was
the
from one of the witches.
witch of gluttony. Was it
No,
gluttony?
not lust. Gluttony,
Yeah,
yeah.
it was gluttony. Yeah, because gluttony created these bunnies that which would attack the sanctuary. So like even but if he stopped that, Roswell also set up a situation where the bow hunter would attack Frederica and the rest of the village and the mansion. They would burn down the mansion.
Mhm.
So he basically had to figure out how to be at two places at once and free the sanctuary at the same time. And he kind of made a bet where with Roswell where I'm gonna do this, and then after that you gonna stop being a fuckboy and you gonna listen to me. So that's I mean that's kind of like the gist of this, gist of what happened with season two. But I think
Yeah.
I think it was really good because we got to see Emilia's backstory, kind of like how she was raised. I do think those were her parents. And
You think so? I mean, they only
I'm
showed the mom, they never showed the dad.
no
Oh, you think
no
the
no
blonde guy is the
no
dad?
no he was the dad. No, the guy with the red hair, he was the dad. Like
Red hair. There was no guy with the red hair.
yeah, the guy, the disciple, did he have red hair?
No, Betelgeuse?
Yeah, Betelgeuse. He had,
Betelgeuse had green hair. You think
yeah,
that was that's her dad?
yeah. They made it pretty clear
Ooh.
that's her dad. They
I
made it.
don't nah.
No, because because they made a point to say that, hey, oh, this is my cousin's daughter or something like that, or this is my niece's nephew
Yeah.
or some shit. That was 100% her goddamn daughter. That was 100% her daughter.
Ah,
No, it was.
I don't know about that. I mean,
Yeah,
but at the same
no,
time, I don't know what's going on with later on after this,
I'm
so
pretty sure it
it
was,
could be.
but I think she hid the fact because I guess Amelia holds she has like a special power. So
Yeah, that's what it seemed like. That's what it seemed like. So
so I don't know. I feel like those were her parents. Like that's I really feel like those were her parents, and like they kind of just wanted to hide the fact because I mean they seem like having a wife to me. But overall I think I think both seasons were great. Personally, I mean, I really like the first half of season two, kind of because in the first half, he was really going back in time and and trying to like figure out a plan, and he was meeting all the witches, and he found out like how you can't really trust the witches. So I mean, I think overall it was a very solid season. What about you?
I really did enjoy it because again, it's been a minute since we last saw Ray Zero. It's been like a couple years. I think even more than a couple years. I think it was like what 5 years, 4 or 5 years since the first season dropped. So when
Yeah.
I got that announcement and I was bro, when I saw that announcement, I was like, yeah, we gotta watch it. And I knew it was really good because just like the first season, at the end of every episode, I would always tweet like, "Yo, that episode was crazy.
Hmm.
Yo, that episode was going stupid." I was
Yeah.
always saying something. So this season like held up with everything too. Like it really excelled with everything that Ray Zero was known for. And
Hmm.
it didn't get repetitive too. That's one thing a lot of people would have
Hmm.
thought and would have complained about, like, oh. Zero's just gonna die and like try to
Right.
fix things all over again. But no, like they challenged that situation where he would die, but just because you die and reset it doesn't mean that things are gonna get better.
Right.
You actually have to find other ways. So,
Now,
uh,
I only had one
yeah,
complaint with season two, and
yeah,
it's particularly in this part two of season two. I feel like Subaru had too much of that Naruto talk no jutsu moments. He
yeah. I
he
did say
had
that.
too
Yeah,
many.
yeah.
I said, all right, how many times you gonna tell this person you love him? All right, man. Like, all right, like it started to get to a point where it's starting to annoy me. So that's my only gripe with season two, or at least the second half of it. He just kind of had too much of those moments. But I really did enjoy the character development, so I think it was a solid show overall.
Yeah, overall, yeah, it is a solid show. So, I mean, it was pretty good. Out of 10, I give this one like a 8.5 out of 10.
8.5 out of 10. I think I think I'm gonna agree with you. I think 8.5 out of 10 is our official score. Yes, 8.5 out of 10. That's our score for ReZero season 2. Yeah, well that's all I gotta say. You know what I mean? If you like the video, like, comment, subscribe. Yo man, where can they find you at?
Y'all can go ahead and find me on Straw Hat Yomo, really anywhere on Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, YouTube. What else? OnlyFans. You can find me there. So
Well,
yeah.
oh well,
Go-
only where? Only
Only
what?
on YouTube. Only on YouTube. But yeah, yeah, yeah. But all jokes aside, yeah, y'all can find me on all those other sites except for that, OnlyFans thing. But yeah, yeah. Thank
Yeah.
Dcentos for having me on here.
All right, man. All right, guys. All right, take it easy.
Peace.
Peace.